Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be playing some Dyson Sphere program. The other day when I tried to stream a little Dyson Sphere program, I started from the beginning, didn't have anything prepared, so the stream ended up being kind of crap. It didn't really go anywhere. But today, I actually have some stuff prepared to play the game, thankfully. So hopefully today's going to be a lot better stream. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a pretty good day. So, last night I streamed some, RuneScape. And in the recording afterwards, I noticed that that it was a little bit glitchy anytime my character was walking or anything. So, may not be streaming any more RuneScape for a while. I would love to, because I was really liking that game last night while I was playing it on stream. But I'm going to have to get that figured out, see why it was stuttering so much while I was moving around in game. But anyone who caught the stream last night or watched it on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. But yeah, let's get into some Dyson Sphere program, and we'll see how this goes. You'll see when it comes up, I do have a lot of stuff already set up. This is just temporary. This was stuff for me that I set up to prepare for the stream, so it's not gonna stay. All of this is just temporary. But what I wanted to get into first was setting up some power, and before that, we'll need to do some landscaping. Because up here on the poles, well, actually on both poles, there's a lot of water, so we need to get rid of some of this water in order to...
mode, slide the mouse wheel.
Don't interrupt. We need to get rid of a lot of this water in order to place our solar panels. Because I like to have all of the solar panels encircling the poles, because that way they're all guaranteed to get sunlight. The ones that are on the darker side won't get as much sunlight, but they still will get sunlight. So that way you don't have any solar panels that are not producing power at all. Yeah, so first we're going to go up to the red. I think red is North Pole and blue is South Pole. I have a huge wind farm set up right now, but that's most likely not going to stay unless I absolutely need it. But we'll just have to see how much power these solar panels produce. Yeah, I need to flatten the land out first, so we'll get up here to the
foundation,
to the pole.
A terrain leveling.
Dude, stop interrupting. I know how the game works. Say we'll flatten a circle around here and then place the solar panels. I believe I have some in my inventory. I do not. I have a big chest, or yeah, a chest full of solar panels. Hopefully I have enough soil pile to do this, because whenever you're placing foundations like this, see down there in the corner, or actually right here, you have a certain amount of soil that you can use, but it always levels the terrain to sea level. So if you're on an area like this looks like it's a little raised, so see there, I got a little bit of soil pile back because that's above sea level. But whenever I'm placing the foundations over water, it uses up the soil and it goes pretty quickly, so I've got to make sure that I watch that so that I'm not using up all of my soil. Yeah. I'm not going to try to make this like perfectly symmetrical right now anyway. Eventually I'm probably going to have the entire planet completely covered in foundations, because covering the planet in the foundations makes things a lot easier. It just flattens out everything. So I don't want to use every bit of the soil that I have here. Alright, so that looks good for the North Pole. So, oh, missed a little block right there. So right now my character walks really slow, and I haven't unlocked flying yet. This is all the stuff that I unlocked. For those of you who know like what it is, this is just stuff that I had to unlock in order to prepare. And I know some people are probably thinking, well, why did you prepare so much like this? And it's just because the beginning of these kind of games can be really boring, and it actually took to get all of this together like I have right here, took me probably 3 to 4 hours to get everything prepared like I wanted. And I didn't want to have a stream of me just sitting there preparing everything and it'd be just super boring, because I really was just mainly sitting there waiting for stuff to build up. Yeah, and it would have been extremely boring, and I didn't want that for a stream. So as you can see in this storage right here, I've got a bunch of solar panels. Hopefully this will be enough for what I'm looking at doing right now. I will be making a bunch of them eventually. I will automate them, but I didn't really want to automate them right now since that whole setup back there is just temporary. I didn't want to make a temporary automated setup for something like that. We'll do a permanent setup for that later on down the road. It's a little weird with my character being this slow, because on my other profile where I played through, I've got my character almost fully upgraded and he basically just sprints. So it's a lot faster on my other one, and I can actually fly around the planet. So this just feels extremely slow to me, and just a little weird. So it looks like we've got quite a bit of water here. Hopefully I've got enough soil to cover all this. Oh, I'm already down to 16. I'll have to just grab some soil from off to the side. I may need to run down and get some more foundations. Because when you're using foundations like this, it uses a ton of the foundations, because every one of those squares is one foundation, and I'm doing a 10 by 10, just spreading it everywhere. I grabbed probably 4,000 or 5,000 whenever we passed the storage, and I'm already down to 1,200. This pole here, the South Pole, I may not make it as big. This should be plenty. Like I say, I've only got 2 foundations left now. This should be plenty for the South Pole. I'll eventually make the South Pole one bigger, but I want to start with the North Pole. So we'll run back up, grab a little bit more foundations, and I did grab the solar panels. So let's see, I need a little bit of power. So we'll run back up, grab some more foundations, and work a little more on the North Pole. Sorry, the screen's so dark. It's nighttime right now on this side of the planet. I would brighten it up, but then the daytime would be ridiculously bright, and then we wouldn't be able to see anything in daytime. But by the way, on this map that I found, I actually found a seed that has an ice giant. Which, for those of you who don't know the game or anything, having an ice giant on your starting solar system is really good because ice giants. Oh, I can't actually see it, but ice giants have an element which is called fire ice, and the thing that you turn fire ice into later in the game is an extremely important product, which otherwise is pretty difficult to make. So having an ice giant right in the beginning is the best way to start out. If you're starting this game, if you want to play this game, make sure that your starting solar system has an ice giant. Otherwise, it's just going to be super difficult in the long run. And the thing that fire ice turns into is called it's graphene, and graphene is just really important for things in the near the end game. Like everything uses graphene, so I wanted to make sure that I had an ice giant just to make things easier in the long run. Some people may consider that cheating since I looked for a specific seed and whatnot, but I don't really think it is. You know, people play the game they want to play the game the way they want to play the game, and that's just what I do. Like I said, a lot of people might consider it cheating or whatever, but games are made to be played the way that you want to play them. They're meant to have fun with, you know. So I don't really worry about that kind of stuff. All right. So we've made this a little bigger, and I'm gonna have to make sure that I don't block off that iron vein right there or the stone vein with the solar panels. Let's see, power. I have 206 solar panels. Excuse me. I'm gonna try to set these up as neat as I can, just so that it looks nice. Can I set one between those? Yes, I can. That's what's nice about having these guidelines. It makes things a little easier to set up when you're trying to be symmetrical or whatnot. So we've got a ring here. Should I put one in the middle? Yeah, I'll go ahead and put one in the middle. Later on in the game, I'm going to take out this inner ring anyway, because we're going to have transmitters there for the solar sails. And what the solar sails are is later in the game you unlock the solar sails and you can launch them into space, and they're basically giant solar panels that orbit around the sun, and you can set up transmitters for those on your planet to get the power from those solar panels later on in the game, so that you don't have to worry so much about on-planet power. And that's actually the whole goal of the game, is to build a Dyson sphere, which a Dyson sphere uses those solar panels around the sun. But a Dyson sphere is a big, giant solar panel that surrounds the sun and sends back power to your planet. That's the whole goal of this game, is to build a Dyson sphere. For those of you who don't know. So before you have the Dyson swarm, power can become an issue very quickly. So that's why I want to set up as many solar panels as I can. Just so that we don't really need to worry about power hardly at all until later on in the game. Oh wow, that was a bad placement. Yeah, I see a lot of people, they'll set up their solar panels around the equator of the planet. They'll set it up in a big line around the entire equator of the planet, which, yeah, it works, but if you do that, then half of your solar panels aren't working, like 100% of the time. So it's kind of just a waste. But if you set them up like this around the poles, your ones in front, see, this one's 100% satisfaction because it's in the front right where the sun is. And the ones in back, oh, the one in back is currently 100% satisfaction. Or wait, no, intensity, that's what I meant to look at. So the ones in front here, intensity 76%. The ones closer to the sun have higher intensity. But the ones in back will have lower intensity, so they are still producing power, just less power. Which means they're not completely useless when the sun's not directly on them. So that's really why I like setting them up on the pole rather than around the equator, because you're getting use out of every single one of your solar panels that way, and you're not just basically wasting resources. Alright, so we'll let my little robots finish setting those up. I'll kind of walk around the circle with them and let them get those set up. Because if you haven't noticed, when you place things, it doesn't just automatically go through and place them all. It sets up the template of where they want to be placed so that these little robots will place them for you. And later on in the game, you get upgrades for these little robots, which makes them go faster and they can do more tasks at once. Like each robot will be able to do 2 or more tasks at once. Like instead of just going out and placing one solar panel, they could go out and place 2 at one time. So yeah, I've still got 97 left. I think I'll make one more ring, and then I'll go make a smaller section of solar panels at the South Pole. Sorry, I know I'm not talking as I'm doing this, but I'm trying to concentrate on getting the placement right with these. And where the size of the circle changes, sometimes the placement can be a little bit off. So some spots might look a little bit like there might be a bigger gap in some spots than others. But that can't really be helped because it's a square grid on a sphere. So some of the placements may end up being a little bit off just because of that. But it is still, for the most part, pretty uniform. And I want it to just look as good as possible. Alright, so I've got 65 left in my inventory. We'll go ahead and let it place these down. And then I'll grab some more foundations and some more solar panels, and we'll see how much power we're producing. So once these are done placing, I'll take a Tesla tower, which the Tesla towers are basically just power poles. They just carry your power throughout your planet. Alright, so put a Tesla tower right there. And I just need it to stretch up enough to get to the wind farm here.
You have done building the first power transmission facility.
Yeah. Alright, now, whenever you place these Tesla towers down, you can click on them and see the power output of them. Oh, wow, nice. I'm getting 46 megawatts. That's pretty good for beginning game. 46 megawatts from what I have. I get 13 or 14 megawatts from all these wind turbines. I'll keep them for now until I need this space opened up. But they're probably not going to be permanent, because the wind towers do... I mean, they don't look bad, but they do kind of get in the way because they have to be a certain distance from each other, and they end up taking up a ton of space, which is why in the beginning you want to unlock those solar panels as soon as possible, because they don't really take up as much space, especially if you just use them on the poles. Alright, and might as well just grab all of them. And we'll go ahead and delete that storage. See how my personal power is at. I'll grab some more coal. I have some coal being generated there for my power. We're not going to be using coal power the entire time. Coal power is extremely slow. Well, coal power in my mech suit. The mech suit has its own power supply, which can be charged by your solar panels and stuff once you have... I forget where they are. Yeah, I forget where they are. But there's these one things. Are they here? No. Nope. That's the solar sails that I was talking about. The big solar panels that you can send up into space. Yeah, I don't remember where it was. But you get a different kind of power pole. I can't remember what it's called. But that other power pole allows you to take power from your grid directly to your mech suit and charge your mech suit. But that's not like a permanent solution. You still need to put some sort of fuel source in your inventory in order to continually sustain your mech suit's power. Sorry about that, my throat was getting a little bit dry. Alright, now I'm not going to set up as big of a loop as I did on the North Pole. I'm still going to put quite a few solar panels here. Yeah, I'm still going to put quite a few here, but just not as many until later on. And also later on I'll be putting more on the North Pole too, because we will need the power. But for now, this will be sufficient enough. Alright, I think I'm gonna do one more loop around after this one, and that should be plenty for the South Pole. Sorry, I know I'm not talking and it's probably a little bit awkward, but I'm just concentrating on getting the placement right on those. Okay, so we've got that. Just need to let the little robots do their work. I'll just follow them around, that way it'll be a little bit faster. And I set up the screen a little different because I noticed the last way that I had. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I noticed the last way that I had my screen set up that the game screen was really small, and it just kind of bugged me whenever I watched the playback of it. So I changed it up and made it completely full screen, so hopefully it looks a little bit better. And I forgot what direction all my stuff is in. That way. Alright, so now that we have some... Whoop, almost forgot the Tesla towers. But now that we have some power set up, I'm going to go check and see what the total power output is for all of that. And then the plan is to automate belts. Automating belts is going to be the first thing, and then we're going to automate sorters. Because once we do that, once we get belts and sorters automated, we can start going around the planet and start gathering the resources and getting them to one. I want to try and get them all to one central point. Let me look at the research first real quick. One thing I'd really like to get to is planetary logistics, and we need the red and blue research for that. So, I'm just kind of thinking here, because I don't want belts just surrounding the entire planet, just spaghetti all over the place, you know. So, I'm going to want to use these planetary logistics stations, which are basically like big storages. I think each one of the planetary logistics stations holds 5,000 of each resource, and they can hold 3 different resources, 5,000 of each. So yeah, I think I'm going to try and unlock those as soon as possible, so I may just go ahead and automate the matrices first. Yeah, I think that'll be a good idea, because I do have quite a bit of material over here that I can use to make those, because the red and blue are pretty simple to make. I mean, obviously they're the first two. They're the simplest research to make. So if you don't know what the matrix cubes are, it works a lot like Factorio does, where you have to craft the matrix cubes, and the matrix cubes are what power your research so that you can unlock more stuff. We do have a lot of coal right here. Wow. Hadn't really paid attention to how much coal there is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 there, another one there. There's another coal over there. Another one right there. Wow, there's a lot of coal. Yeah, right now I've just got this stuff is all automation for the foundations, and I've got automation for these thingies right here. What are those called? Silicone. Yeah, silicone. I'm probably going to end up taking out the silicone automation. Yeah, I think I'll take out the silicone automation. Let's see. So first, I want to do that. Oh, that was working on some of the foundations as well. We don't need foundations too much, so I'll just let it finish making whatever foundations it was making there. And then, let's see, I'll put another storage here. I don't think stacking works just yet. I'll put another couple of storages there and get those lined up. That way it'll finish making all of the silicone that it can, and then we can delete all of this here. Just get rid of the temporary stuff that I no longer need. And I'll let this go ahead and finish. Let it make as many foundations as it can. It's still spitting out some stone, because I'm gonna need this iron and stone and whatnot. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I know. My inventory's full. I'm just gonna get rid of some of this stuff. That way I have some room in my inventory. Okay. Now we have the iron ready here. And this here is going to take quite a while to finish up. It's still got a lot of stuff left in it. So I'll just let that go, and then we can work on automating the belts and the sorters. I made all of this kind of a mess. these copper veins. I'm gonna need another. I might be able to fit 2 more miners on this. Let's see here. I want to get it in just the right position where it can collect as many of those as possible. Yeah, okay. I did manage to get 3 on there, which is good, and then we've got another copper vein over here. There's a 1.5 oil seep here. That's pretty low. 1.7 over there. There's a 2.1 way back there. Oh, you can't see that back there. There's a 2.9 there. Alright, so we do have some oil around here. Oil's not going to be too important right now. We don't really need to worry about oil too much at the moment. So I just want to get some of this flattened out. Place as many foundations as I can to get everything flattened out and prepared for the automation. Later on, I will re-automate foundations because we're going to run out of them pretty quickly. I just want to make it as big of a flat area as I can, and I need to make sure that these still work, that these yeah, the stone veins and everything will still work. Okay, yeah, they do. Okay, they still work with foundations under them. That's good. I wasn't really sure if they would or not. We've already got a pretty decent sized area here of foundations. I mean, obviously I'm eventually covering the entire planet, or at least I plan to. Thankfully, the little robots don't have to place the foundations. Wow, imagine if they did. Wow, that would take forever. That would just be insane if you had to have your little robot buddies place all the foundations like they do with everything else. Yeah, as you can see, as I'm going, I'm gaining and losing soil pile at the same time, just since I'm going over everything. Alright, grab some more. I've got 6,000 left in my inventory. Let's see. Go ahead and shove those in there. Let's see. Yeah, I can use some more fuel. And now that means I can delete this storage. Good, good. It seems like... Wow, what a voice crack. Let me get a drink after that. That was a terrible voice crack. And now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I was gonna say, it seems like the dark, like nighttime, lasts way longer than the daytime does. That may just be me. I don't really know. It just always seems like the nighttime lasts way longer. But to me, it seems like it's that way in just about every game. Even though most games are set up so that the nighttime, or so that the daytime lasts longer. It just feels like the nighttime takes forever. Probably just because you're waiting for it to go away. With daytime, you're hoping that it stays, so it just feels like it doesn't last as long. But with nighttime, you're hoping for it to go away, so that just makes it seem like it lasts an eternity. Alright, I've got 6,000 foundations left. 5,000. Well, still 6,000 it looks like. Wow. I've covered a pretty decent amount. I didn't think one storage bin would be able to cover this much. Because that storage bin I had was completely full of foundations. I just didn't expect it to cover this much space. It looks like I'm covering a really good portion of the planet here. Oh, never mind. It's not nearly as much as I thought it was. Turn the veins off here. Yeah, it is a decent amount, but not nearly as much as I thought it was. I'll try to get some over here, close this gap up. I may just take down all of these, all of these things, whatever they're called. Wind turbines. I'll probably just take down all these wind turbines and go ahead and place them somewhere else. I know I'm doing a lot of power stuff at the moment and just placing foundations, but I want to make sure that everything is decently prepared for later on in the game.
Insufficient required items.
Yeah, I know. I'm out. Yeah, I just want to make sure that everything is as prepared as possible for later in the game. That way I don't have to worry about it as much. And this is going to bug me. I missed a couple of spots here. Thankfully I have a couple more foundations left. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and delete all of these wind turbines. I placed quite a few of these. I think near 100 of them. May have just been around 60 or 70. Alright. Yeah, I just really want to get stuff organized so that everything's not just all over the place like it is currently. So that in the end it looks a lot better and it'll be easier to organize everything else. So I'm not going to place these wind turbines super far away. Obviously I want to make sure that I've got room to be able to place mining machines around the resources. There's oil right there, 3 oil nodes directly here. I'm going to need to use those eventually, so I'll go over this way a little bit. There's an oil node there too. Right here might be a good area to place these. Yeah, I just want to keep these wind turbines for now because I know we'll probably end up needing the extra power, but I don't want them to be just in the way of everything. Let's see. Yeah, it just kind of sucks that these have to be a certain distance apart. I wish they could be a little bit closer together so that you can place more of them, but I guess that's the game developers kind of just encouraging you to go more towards the solar energy. Just since the solar stuff takes up way less space. Alright, I've got 17 of them left. I'm leaving kind of a big area around this oil because the machine that mines the oil is fairly large and I want to be able to have room for all the belts I'll need. That is if I even collect that oil seep, which I probably will. The plan is to mine this entire planet dry. Get everything out of it that I can. So we'll walk around here so the little robots can do their job. And then we'll finally get started on automating some belts. I do have some belts in my inventory. I've got almost 1,000 in my inventory, so we've got enough to get that started. Whoops. I always end up doing that for some reason. We'll turn off the mains distribution. I was kind of running away from the robots there for a second. Alright, that's almost all. Just a few more to go. And then I can lay down some more Tesla towers. Okay. And then connect them over here to the central network. And I think that whenever I moved all of those wind turbines, it may have messed up the power to the north. Yeah, that power's not connecting to the central area here. So I'm gonna have to put a couple of Tesla towers there. There's another little spot that's gonna bug me. Trying to place these as far away from each other as they'll reach, just so I don't have to place as many. Alright, I think that is all of our power connected. Sorry, I sneezed. I had to mute it so I wouldn't make you guys go deaf. Alright, that should be all of our power stuff connected. 100% satisfaction. 86 megawatts. Yeah. and still have 68 solar panels left. So, all right, how far along is this? Looks like it's all done. Sweet. Now those chests that are just sitting there now are the storage bins. They'll get a little bit annoying just sitting there, but I can't really do anything else with those because I don't want to destroy the silicone, because silicone is slightly rare, I guess. So I'm just going to leave that there. And then, let's see, I want to make sure that all of these are powered. And then take out some of these nonsense ones that are just all over the place. That way, I'll have room for the belt automation. So, let's see, this third line right here probably isn't necessary. So I'll go ahead and erase that line. That way we can use that for something else. And then I want to pull this back like that. Now I need to remember how belts are made. Let's see here. Plates, okay. Got plenty of those. And then the cogs, which are made from plates. So, I think, do I have a splitter? Yeah, I do have some splitters, good. So I'll go ahead and just split this off.
Splitter with 4 directions.
Yeah, I know, buddy. That can go away. Alright, and then we'll split this 2 ways. This way will make the cogs. Alright. Man. Forgot how fast coal runs out in your inventory. Thankfully I have a thing right here I can just grab some coal from when I need it. Like I said earlier, that will be that will not be permanent either. Alright, so these are making I don't use smelters for that. I use assembling machines for that. We'll do 7. And then the cogs. And we'll copy that and paste it in all the others. Actually, you know what? I may end up needing that third line over here. I'll go ahead and put it down, and if I end up needing the iron for something else, I can reroute it somewhere, or reroute it. Okay, so I want to bring the output line this way, and we'll have another output there. I'm not going to set a priority on this splitter, because if I do set a priority on it, things will get all messed up. But if you just leave it as normal, then it splits it evenly. One goes this way, one goes this way. Unless one line is full, then all of it will go the other way. Come on, robots. Yeah, I probably don't need this much, but I want a lot just so that I can be prepared. So output here. And we'll add power to it. And then these can stretch up this way, like so. And then we'll add some more assembling machines on here. I think 5 will be plenty, and we'll have it making belts. So copy the recipe and paste it. Then we need to put the sorters on here. And we'll need an output. Oh. Okay. Alright. Output goes here. And then we'll put the storage right here on the end. And then power all of this up. There we go. Belts are now automated. So now I don't have to worry about handcrafting belts or anything. Let's see how the metal is running here. Seems to be doing okay. Yeah, it's not too bad. This is just belts, so we don't need this to be like perfect or anything, because we just grab belts when we need them, and it's already filling up pretty quickly. So Next thing on the list is automating sorter Mark II, which for the sorter Mark IIs, because I don't want to use the sorter Mark Ones. I'm just not even going to use those. I have some in my inventory, but with the sorter Mark IIs, let's see. Need to find another iron vein close by. There's one, and I'll try to put the sorter Mark IIs over here where the belts are being made, just so I'll know in the future that those are right beside each other, and I won't have to hunt them down. So, let's see. I want to try and get every single vein here. Alright. Looks like I got as many as I possibly can on this iron vein. We're going to get a lot of iron from this vein, so that's good. I want to try and do that on every single vein, just make it so that I can get the absolute most from every vein. So, let's see here. For the sorter Mark IIs, I need to make the sorter Mark Is first. And they require iron plates and these circuit boards, which the circuit boards are going to require some copper. So, we'll start off with making circuit boards, which I'm just going to go ahead and make a huge line of circuit boards. I'm going to overproduce those big time, because we will end up needing them later, so I'm just going to produce a ton of them now, so I don't have to worry about it later. I think I might go ahead and handcraft some of these, which I'm gonna need iron for. I'll have to go ahead and power all of these up, get those powered up, and I'll start handcrafting some of the Mark II sorters. That way I've got plenty in my inventory for working on all this. So this part may get a little bit boring. I'm going to try to make it the least boring I possibly can. Alright, now I need to go over and get some copper. Because I need to make those engine things. I want to delete that. Go ahead and delete that one foundation and some of that steel, because I don't really need the steel. Okay, so go ahead and looks like I can make 95. So that's going to take 800 seconds, but I don't need to worry about that. Like, it's not going to interfere with things. So I can go ahead and get started on making those circuit boards. I think I'll just have the circuit boards go up right here. I'll need to bring some copper over here because the circuit boards require the copper. So let's see. Just bring this out. Like that, actually. I may need to bring it a little up and off to the right here. Like this. It's easier when you're going around the circle rather than up and down. And then this will just connect into here like that. Because when you're using these standard lines, or the Mark 1 belts, the miners don't 100% fill up, and it looks like it is now because the miner itself was full, but it actually takes 2 miners to fill up one of these lines. Come on, little guys. I'm gonna have to upgrade you guys. Let's see. And then I'll put them on this side. That way... Actually, no. Yeah, I'll need to put them on the other side. They need to go on this side. That way I'll be able to add in more iron when needed, depending on how fast these craft. And like I said, I'm doing a ton of them, just so that I'm not gonna have to worry about it. Now, select recipe, iron ingot. And paste it into all of these machines. Paste it into the last one. Thank you. Alright, is it in all of... Yep, it looks like it's in all of them. So we'll get these sorters placed in. Power put through here. Okay. Yeah, definitely gonna need to add some more lines in. I'll go ahead and add this line in right there. Oh, missed a bit with power here. Okay, we'll see if I need to add any more iron to this. Yeah, it's looking like I'm gonna need to. So I'll take from this one and just go straight into there. That way it makes this one a full line. gonna add 2 outputs on this. Two lines of outputs, because I know that all of this here will not go on one line. That is still crafting those. Still got 500 seconds left on that. Start placing the outputs in. Come on, little buddies. Hurry up. Can't wait until I can get those sped up a little bit. Alright. Now we've got a lot of iron coming in now. And I may end up needing to add a third output on this. We'll just have to see. Let's see here. Can I put another miner on this? Probably not. No. Well, maybe. Don't know how much that's actually gonna get from that if I do it that way. But I'll probably end up needing 4, and I want to get as much out of this as possible. I know there's another copper vein directly right there, but I want to be able to get as much as possible out of each and every single one. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see, I'll bring this down here like that. Actually, doesn't need to be out that far. And then I'll just bring it straight up to there. Let's let these little guys build up.
Your production compound has reached a certain scale. Now,
yeah. How many do I have over here for the iron? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we'll do 13. this the same as the iron. I have 2 output lines, just like that. And then set all of these up for copper bars or copper ingots. And then paste it to each machine. Alright. These bots being so slow is driving me crazy. The bots on my other profile were way faster. They would have had all of that built in like 3 seconds flat. Alright. Well, looks like I'm low on power here. I'm gonna just have to sit and let my power charge up. My bots are using a lot of my power. Short break, I suppose, just so my mech can charge up. Coal is not efficient at all. Your 3 starting bots use up more power than the coal can produce, so... let's see now. Alright, I'll do the same as I did over here. So I'll want the extra line to be around halfway. The extra line will be coming from here, like that, and this will connect up a little bit. This will connect directly to that one. That way I'll still be getting as much as possible from these veins. Yeah, see how much power those little bots are using? It's going down pretty quick because of them. And the coal just can't keep up with it. Alright, we're only using about 4 megawatts. That's without this copper stuff running. Alright, and we want this to be about right here, like that. That way it's guaranteed to, well, not necessarily guaranteed, but that way it'll get every single one of those machines. And then gonna need some power here. and to connect the outputs. Now I'm not doing any math on all of this to figure out exactly how much each machine produces and whatnot and all that. I'm not doing that. I'm just using what's called the overflow method, where you put basically everything you have into your machines and you build as many machines as you can until you run out of stuff to go into the machines, basically. It's not really as efficient, but it's less math involved, less of a headache, so it is easier. And you can't, doing the overflow method like that, you can end up not running low on your resources necessarily, but it can mess you up in some spots if you're not careful. So we've got the copper and the iron here. So for now, I'm thinking this is all just for the circuit boards, really. So we need one line from each. We'll take it up like this. Bring it up to about here. And I'm going to want the outputs down here on this side. Actually, no. I want the outputs up at the top. So we'll see if that's enough. I think it might be. You know what? I'm just gonna do a little something like this. Bring this line up. And then elevate it by 1. And then just like that. That way this line will be elevated so that the output can still go underneath it. And then we'll have the iron, extend that out a little bit. And wait just a second. Just like that. Okay. That way we'll be able to add more machines onto this. Because there's still room to add maybe one or two more on this side in case they're needed on that side. But I'm not sure if they will be needed. I don't think so. And then extend these out. How many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll make another 7 here on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then get all of these set up for the circuit boards. Copy the recipe and paste. Alright, and now robot dudes do their job again. I did all that kind of quick. Oh, they already got it all set up. And since I did it the way that I did it, oh, I need to go get some more bolts. But since I did it the way I did it, I'm going to have an output coming from these 7 and another output coming from these 7. So that it'll be 2 lines, because I don't know how much it's going to fill up the line. Later on, we'll be able to get upgraded lines, so that won't be as big of an issue. And I know there's no power going to this yet, but I want to get everything done to make sure it runs properly. That way we don't have any overflow while I'm trying to make sure it runs properly. And bring this one up like that. Actually, this one can go here. Make sure I've got enough coal. I'm gonna have to grab some more. Okay. Now that's all worked out. For now, I'm just going to have these go into bins. Later on, I'll empty out the bins. But I want it to go into bins right now, just so I can make sure everything is running properly. Well, not bins plural, I'll just have it all go into one bin. Actually, no, I'll do 2 bins. Just so each bin can get loaded up as quickly as possible. So we can make sure everything's fine and dandy. sure none of them are still flashing yellow. Alright. Oh, just about forgot the outputs on these. That would have kind of sucked if I had forgotten the outputs. Alright. Alright, make sure none are flashing yellow, which I don't think they are, so that's good. And let's get the power connected between. And they'll all start running. Oh yeah, it's using a lot of that iron. Some of them won't be fully connected. I may need to bring even more iron over here than what I thought. Let's see. So this one will need to be connected right there. And see how far these reach. Yeah, I'm gonna need to bring another set of iron over here. Wow, it's gonna use 3 whole lines of iron. That's crazy. Oh, looks like I have plenty to do another line off of this. Because these aren't fully outputting. Which, that's good that these aren't fully outputting. That means I can get more out of them. So we'll just connect up right here, like so. And hopefully that'll be a full line. And then this can go over here, like so. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to adjust the outputs as well. Because the outputs on these look like they're not running how they should be. So I'm gonna have to do double output lines on each. I didn't think I was gonna get this much out of this, but that's good. I'm glad I'm getting a ton. So now these last ones here on the end will be taken care of. Alright, so let's see, once these get going a little more, I'll see where I need to change up the outputs. And make sure the copper's doing well. Yeah, the copper's doing just fine, it looks like. Yeah, copper's doing just fine. So, it looks like these 3, yeah, it looks like 3 on each one are going to need a new output line. So we'll bring this around here, delete that. I know I just screwed up all the power. Whoops. That line just went all crazy. And now we'll do another one right here. I know, screaming about power. Hang on just a second. Okay. Now 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So that's all sorted now. Everything should be running good. And like I said, these bins won't be staying here. I'm gonna get rid of them eventually. I just wanted to use them to make sure everything was running okay. So now we have what it looks like we have almost 4 full lines of circuit boards. So let's see what else we needed for the sorter mark ones. We do need more iron. Iron you need a crazy amount of. Yeah, and with these we need a lot more iron. And magnets are pretty important too, so we're gonna have to make sure we make a lot of magnets. So let's see. We've got 2 lines for iron over here that are not being used. So basically one full line there. Those I suppose can be used for magnets. Let's see, where else do we have some iron? There's 17 veins. Excuse me. I don't know where that came from. I'm dying here. Oh, that was rough. So yeah, we got quite a bit of iron right here. There's more up here, more here. Okay, so we've got plenty of iron around here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring these 2 lines up and start on magnets. Magnets do end up becoming pretty important in later game. I want to get started on plenty of production for those. And then I'll just put the magnets in a line behind these iron ingots. Right here. Oh, sorry. That cough just really messed me up. My nose is all running now. Oh crap, I need to put that over one more. There we go. And inventory. We'll get rid of this stuff. Oh, I need to go get more coal. Almost forgot that I needed more coal. Okay. That can go in the garbage too. Alright, run up here to my coal storage, wherever it is. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab everything that's here. Alright. Got powered back up now. Yeah, I'm glad we've got all of this coal here, because it's gonna really come in handy later on, and it's nice that it's all so close together. Alright. I'll start with 8 here. I don't know if it can really do much more than that with one line. Okay. This way. And make sure it's got power. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing I did with the other things. I'm going to put just a temporary bin right here to make sure everything's running smoothly as it should. See if I need to add more output lines or whatever. Looks like I may end up needing more output lines. Yeah, and the iron's keeping up pretty well. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and add 4 more. Just like that. And then add another output line. Like that. Temporary going to the box. Which that box is probably getting close to full already. there. Now is the iron being shorted? Looks like it might be just a little bit. Yeah, the iron's being shorted just a little bit. I wonder, can I fit in another mining machine here? Oh, look at that. I think that was just about as perfect as I could have gotten it. I know all these mining machines here kind of look like a little bit of a mess, but like I said, I want to be able to get as much stuff as possible from every single vein. And hopefully that's enough. Looks like it is. Yeah, I think that's like just the right amount, so that's good. Alright. So it's not 2 lines of the magnets, but it's a good start there. It's less than 2 lines, but good enough for now anyway. Later we'll end up needing a lot more magnets than what we have. Alright. So let's see. I needed the magnets for the electric motors, which those are going to have to go to making magnetic coils, which I'm going to need more copper for. I need to check and see how my power's working. Alright, using 18 megawatts right now. I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and steal some of this copper with a splitter. Whoa. It's gonna goof up on me here. There we go. So this copper is going to be going into the magnets to create, what are those called? Magnetic coils. So let's see here. I don't know if I'm gonna need to make another line of copper because magnetic coils, yeah, they use one copper and 2 magnets. So I don't think I'm going to need any more copper than what I've got right here on this little line. So what I'll do is just lift it up over these lines like that, and then I'll bring it over here like so. And are magnetic coils made in an assembler? Yes, they are. Okay. So, add a line right there. Make it go down a little bit further. And then bring it all the way over there. And have the copper line do the same thing. And go ahead and add those. Oh, that didn't put in the second one. There we go. Sorry about that. I don't know where those crazy coughs are coming from. Ugh. It's painful. I don't know where they're coming from though. Alright. Now, I'm going to extend these out a little further, just in case I need to add a few more assemblers or anything. So I'll do 7 just to start with. 7 seems like an alright number to start with on these. Did I? Yeah, I muted. Okay. Make sure you guys can hear me. Copy and paste the magnetic coils into these. And then make sure it's all going in. And gonna need an output line. Hopefully that line's not too close. And I'm kind of doubting that I'm going to need a second output line on these. I don't know how fast they craft, but I really doubt I'll need a second output line. I'll leave room for one just in case, but I'll extend this over a little bit in case I need to add more machines, and then I'll put these in a bin just like I have been with the other stuff. And and those need to be powered. Okay. Well, I may need a second output line. Those machines were full, of stuff already, so they're outputting faster than they normally would. So I'll just go ahead and add a second output line because it's looking like it's going to be needed. I think second output line was definitely necessary there. So we'll get these going into the bin too and see how the production is. Oh, do I need a third output line? Why are these not producing anything? Oh, not enough magnets, okay. So, let's see. I'll bring this line up, this line of magnets. And it looks like it needs to connect about right there. Yeah, because it uses 2 magnets each time. Hopefully these are producing enough. I may be able to add more if needed. Not quite 2 full lines. But it looks like I can add 1 more here on the end. And that might get me a full line. I'm kind of doubting that a little bit, but maybe 1 more after this one will give me 2 full lines. Alright, it's looking like I've got 2 full lines now. Awesome. these producing enough, or do I need to make some more? It's looking like I'm gonna need to make at least 2 more. Bring this back a little bit and put that there. And then we'll do this just like so. Bring that around. Magnets and magnets. Gonna need power here. And then the 2 output lines, just like this. That's going to be enough. I'll go ahead and let the output for this go here for now until everything gets caught up to where it needs to be. I'm going to go ahead and put a splitter here and steal off of this one. That way we've got plenty of iron going through here. This could probably be moved back up one more step. So we've got these magnetic coils all sorted out, it looks like. Finally. Hopefully. Yeah, magnetic coils are all good. So next thing to make will be these, the gears. Which those are easy to make, and not a lot of things use those. Actually, I think it's really just the electric motors that use them. I don't think anything else uses these gears. I'll make a bunch of them anyway, just in case we do end up needing them, but not many things use them. Alright, then I'll use this iron vein over here. So, since I don't have any more foundations, I'm gonna have to put this in the best that I can. Just like that. I'll need to bring some power over here too. Get this iron. This needs to be turned into ingots. And just bring it straight across here and connect this one into this one. Plenty of smelters left. I don't really have a whole lot of assembling machines left. 11 will be plenty though. So I'll bring this line over here like that. And we need to make more ingots so we can make the gears. Just put these along here. That's 7, right? 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. Seven should be plenty, because like I said, the gears aren't really used in a lot of things. Bad boys power. And then copy and paste the recipe into all of these. I'll just do it like this. Bring it up here. And then put the smelting machine. Oh wait. Are those made in the smelter or assembler? Okay, put the assemblers right here. And we'll do 6 of those. It's probably going to overflow, and not all of them will be running anyway. We'll just see once it gets running. And then input the iron into all of these. Output going this direction. just like all the others. I'm going to go ahead and just shove it into a storage bin to make sure everything's running fine. If I had power over here. Okay. Yeah, looks like everything's running good. I'm not going to worry about this overflowing too much or anything. Because again, like I said, the gears aren't used very much. And if we do end up needing more, I can always expand this. Yeah, it's not even using up all the iron ingots that are being made here. So we can always expand this later on if needed. So we're gonna need some more iron yet again in order to make those motors. So go ahead and place that there. Try to get as many of these nodes covered as I can. There we go. And then once I get more foundations, I can cover this area right here and put another one of these right here, just like that. All right. So I may end up needing a lot of iron for this. I'll go ahead and take from this one. This one's covering quite a few of the nodes. And then make sure all of these are powered up. Since I'm going over the water here, I don't want to be floating over the water like that and use up a ton of power. I'm already going to have to go get some more coal. Come on, little buddies. Finish building. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to back this up a little bit, just so we have more room there for the gears if we need them. So once the little guys finish building this, I'm gonna have to go grab some more belts and some more coal. Alright. Run all the way up here, grab the belts and the coal. inventory. Just want to clean it out a little bit so there's not so much clutter everywhere. And I'm thinking that I'm gonna have to handcraft some more sorters. So I'm just gonna grab what I need real quick to do that. Should be enough for now. Make sure I've got power. Yeah, I was running pretty low on sorters, and since that's what I'm currently working on automating, I don't have any automated, so I've got to make some by hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 should do. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over there. Alright. I may end up needing to wait for some of that to craft in my inventory real quick. Hopefully it doesn't take way too long. There's a lot of stuff to craft there. Oh, I don't want to just sit here though. Oh, there is a little bit I can do here while I'm waiting for that to craft. Come on. There we go. Power to these. And these need to be more iron ingots. So copy the recipe. Hopefully that'll be enough. And for the motors, I've got all 3 things that I needed for the motors right here. It's these, and metal. Okay, these are almost done crafting. We'll just have to wait just a second for those to craft up. Pretty soon won't have to worry about doing this because they'll be automated. Okay, there we go. Got some crafted now. And then need to bring a line of this over like that. This over like so, and then I think no, I'll take it this way. I've got a little more room going this way. And then this line can just go like that. This one down. bin's pretty full. Sorry about that, just had to send a text real quick. And then I've only got 5 of these in my inventory, so I guess we'll just stick with 5 for now. That may be all we'll be able to do with these anyway, but we'll see. So output there, and check them. Make sure we've got all our inputs in here. Outputs. And then bring this up a little ways and have it temporarily go into storage bin. So we're making these here. Power it all up. Just like that. Yeah, it looks like I'll be able to add some more onto this, but for now we'll just let this box build up. But I think I'm going to have to end the stream there. So tune in next time, and I don't know when that'll be, but just tune in next time and we'll see about finishing up the, what are those called again? Sorters. We'll finish up automating the sorters, and then we'll go from there, see what we need to do after that. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you leave a follow here on Twitch. If you follow me, I'm trying to get to 50 followers. That way I can be a Twitch affiliate, and being a Twitch affiliate allows me to interact with you guys a lot more, so I would really appreciate that. Just leave a follow, subscribe on YouTube. I will see you guys later. Peace out.